Scorpio, I need to tell you something that will send shivers down your spine. Because in all my years of watching the stars, decoding signs, and feeling the pulse of the cosmos, I have never witnessed a force as overwhelming, as ancient, and as breathtaking as the one now unfolding inside you. It is as if a volcano dormant for lifetimes is stirring deep within your soul. Its magma glowing with truths and powers you have yet to name. And now, with each passing moment, that volcano is rumbling louder, ready to erupt not in destruction, but in rebirth, sending tremors of transformation through everything you touch. This is not a gentle breeze of change, Scorpio. This is a cosmic storm rushing toward you, carrying fragments of destinies long delayed, miracles long promised, and strengths you once doubted were yours. You have been a vessel your entire life, a keeper of mysteries, a guardian of potentials hidden in your own depths. And now the universe has placed the key in your trembling hands, unlocking chambers of your being sealed off until this very moment. Have you noticed it already? That strange vibration running through your veins at night. The way your breath seems deeper, heavier, as if it carries whispers from somewhere beyond. The flicker in your eyes when you catch your reflection and see not just yourself, but something vaster staring back. The sudden weight in your words, as though each syllable is charged with an unseen current. These are not coincidences, Scorpio. They are signals, signs, confirmations that the miracle you have been yearning for, perhaps even doubting, is no longer on its way, but already here, unfurling like a banner across your sky. The universe has decided that the time has come for you to access versions of yourself stored for sacred moments, layers of strength, intuition, and magnetism reserved for a rare few. And you are one of them. What is happening within you is challenging everything we thought we knew about transformation. Because this is not just change, this is a once-in-a-lifetime awakening of power. A rebirth so profound that even you cannot yet measure its magnitude, but you can feel it like a heartbeat in the earth itself, calling you forward into a destiny only you can inhabit. Scorpio, what you are stepping into now is nothing less than the awakening of a dormant volcano within you, and its eruption is not chaos but revelation, not fire that consumes but fire that illuminates. Imagine a mountain that has held back its molten core for centuries, patient, silent, waiting for the right cosmic signal. And then one day it trembles, cracks, and releases a force so immense it reshapes the entire landscape. This is your soul right now, trembling with power that was never gone, only sleeping, waiting for the moment you were ready to carry it. For too long, you may have underestimated yourself, thinking your strength was only in survival. But now, the universe is showing you that your strength is also in creation, in commanding energies that others cannot even perceive, in turning your very presence into a force that alters rooms, conversations, and futures. You may already sense it when you walk into a space and the air shifts, when people pause, unable to explain why they are drawn to your gaze or silenced by your words. This is not ordinary magnetism, Scorpio. This is the manifestation of a power source that flows directly from your alignment with the unseen realms, from the core of who you are and what you are meant to awaken in this world. And as this energy rises, you may feel surges of intensity in your body, bursts of creativity, moments of clarity so sharp, they slice through confusion like lightning tearing the sky. These are your confirmations that the miracle unfolding is real, undeniable, unstoppable. No one else can carry this eruption but you, because it is encoded in your very sign, written in the stars above and the shadows you have walked through. And now, as this volcano erupts, it does not destroy you, it reveals you, carving valleys of truth and mountains of wisdom within you, leaving behind a landscape where your destiny can finally take root and grow. Scorpio, as this volcano of power erupts within you, it does something extraordinary. It sharpens your perception, pulling back the veil that once clouded your vision. allowing you to see through illusions with a clarity that feels almost supernatural. Imagine walking through a foggy forest where every shape is blurred and uncertain. Then suddenly the fog lifts and every tree, every path, every hidden figure becomes crystal clear. That is the shift happening in your mind and soul. Where others are deceived by masks and false promises, you now notice the subtle twitch in someone's voice, the tremor in their energy, the truth behind their carefully chosen words. It is as if your eyes have been recalibrated to a higher frequency, tuned to detect what most people cannot. And this gift is not random. It is the miracle the universe has handed you so you may protect yourself and guide others through their own labyrinth of shadows. You might already feel it in small moments, when a conversation suddenly reveals its hidden motive, when a stranger's smile carries an unspoken story, when dreams and synchronicities mirror real-life situations with uncanny precision. And instead of doubting these impressions, Scorpio, you are meant to trust them, for they are the whispers of your heightened intuition. This ability to pierce through illusions is not just for your survival, but for your leadership. Because the world around you is filled with confusion and half-truths, and those who walk beside you will begin to lean on your insight, sensing that you can see what they cannot. But remember, this gift is not to expose for cruelty's sake. It is to heal, to redirect, to reveal paths of light where others see only walls of shadow. And in embracing this heightened perception, you step into your role as both a mirror and a guide, reflecting hidden realities and illuminating the way forward. This is the stage of your miracle where the universe confirms that you are no longer blindfolded, no longer stumbling, but standing in the rare clarity of a soul that sees beyond the surface, beyond the story, and into the truth that liberates. Scorpio, with this heightened perception burning like a torch in your hands, the pace of your transformation has become nothing short of astonishing. For while most souls crawl through decades of slow growth, learning in fragments and evolving in small steps, you are now being accelerated through a cosmic fast track, where lessons that might have taken years are being compressed into weeks, even days, as if the universe cannot wait any longer to see you rise. Picture a phoenix that usually takes centuries to burn and be reborn, yet this time its wings ignite in a single instant, its body consumed and reborn in a blaze so rapid that even the heavens stand in awe. This is the miracle unfolding inside you. You may feel it in your daily life, the way old habits suddenly fall away with ease, the way fears that once chained you now seem flimsy and breakable, the way doors that stayed locked for years now swing open as if they were never closed. This is not coincidence, but the tempo of destiny, speeding up the rhythm of your soul's evolution, pushing you forward into a version of yourself you once thought belonged only to dreams. And yes, it can be disorienting, like standing on a train moving so fast the scenery blurs. But if you trust the momentum, you will see that you are being carried exactly where you need to go. The miracle of this rapid transformation is that it does not just change you, it alters the space around you, rippling into your relationships, your work, your health, your spirit, and touching everyone who comes near, because your transformation is not just personal. It is collective, a spark meant to ignite others. And Scorpio, the speed of this evolution is proof that you are entering a chapter written not by chance, but by divine design, one where you no longer wait for change, but embody it. One where the miracle does not ask for your patience, but your courage to keep up with the breathtaking pace at which your soul is now unfolding. Scorpio, this miracle of rapid transformation is not meant to be contained within you alone, for the universe is positioning you as a catalyst, a living spark that ignites change in others simply by existing in your awakened state. Imagine a single candle lit in a dark hall, and as it leans toward another, and then another, soon the entire chamber glows with light, not because the first candle burned out, but because its flame was meant to multiply. And that is who you are now, the one who carries the fire forward. You may notice it already, the way people begin to open up around you, confessing truths they've never shared, or finding courage in your presence to take steps they once feared. And without realizing it, you are becoming a mirror that reflects not only what they are, but what they could be. This is the essence of being a catalyst. You do not force change. You embody it so fully that others cannot help but shift in your orbit. And the beauty of this miracle is that your growth is rippling outward into your family, your friendships, your work, your community, even into strangers who cross your path for only a moment. Some will be inspired, some will be intimidated, and some may even resist, but all will be touched by the energy of your transformation. Because you were never meant to rise only for yourself, Scorpio. You were meant to rise as a lighthouse for those still caught in the storm. The universe is calling you not just to witness your own rebirth, but to become a guiding presence in the rebirth of others. And this role is not a burden, but a blessing. For in helping others, you will find that your own miracle deepens, expands and multiplies in ways beyond what you imagined. You are the torchbearer now, Scorpio, and the light you carry is not just illumination, it is ignition, setting off waves of change that echo far beyond the boundaries of your own life. Scorpio, as you carry this flame forward and step into your role as a catalyst, the universe blesses you with one of the rarest miracles of all, the gift of emotional alchemy, the sacred ability to take the raw, heavy metals of pain, betrayal, loss, and disappointment and transform them into gold. Wisdom, compassion, and strength. Picture an ancient alchemist in a dimly lit chamber, hunched over a vessel of lead, patient and deliberate, until the impossible occurs, and the dull metal shines with the brilliance of gold. And now see yourself in that same role, except the crucible is your heart, and the materials are every scar, every tear, every shadow you've endured. For too long, others may have seen your wounds as weakness. Yet the miracle of this moment is showing you that every cut in your soul was in fact carving out space for light to enter. Every heartbreak preparing you to hold more love. Every betrayal strengthening your boundaries. Every loss teaching you resilience. And now, as you look back at those chapters you once wished to erase, you begin to see them as ingredients in the alchemy of your becoming. This is why people will be drawn to you now, Scorpio, because they will sense that you are not untouched by life, but transformed by it, that your power does not come from avoiding the fire, but from walking through it and emerging with treasures hidden in the flames. And as you continue this alchemy, you will notice how your emotions no longer control you, but serve you. How anger sharpens into clarity, how grief softens into compassion, how fear strengthens into courage, until your very presence becomes a healing balm for those still struggling with their own shadows. This is not only a personal victory, but a collective gift. For the universe has chosen you as one of its emotional alchemists, someone who can turn suffering into strength, shadows into light, and endings into new beginnings. And that, Scorpio, is a miracle as beautiful as any treasure found in the stars. Scorpio, this miracle of emotional alchemy within you is not unfolding in isolation. For while you may feel the intensity of your own journey, know that thousands of Scorpios across the world are awakening in unison, like stars flickering into brilliance one after another until the entire night sky is ablaze. Imagine millions of fireflies rising from the grass at once, their light weaving into a constellation across the earth, each one small on its own, but together forming a cosmic map that guides humanity toward its next chapter. This is what is happening now. A synchronized awakening of your sign that transcends borders, cultures, and languages, binding Scorpios together in a silent yet undeniable current of power. You may notice it in the synchronicities that keep appearing. The way strangers born under your sign seem to echo your exact feelings. The way conversations with fellow Scorpios suddenly reveal uncanny parallels, as if you were all reading from the same unseen script. This is no coincidence. This is collective evolution, a moment where your personal transformation contributes to a larger movement. where each Scorpio is both student and teacher, both mirror and flame, amplifying the miracle for one another. The universe has chosen your sign as a vessel for this wave of energy because Scorpio has always been the sign of death and rebirth, of endings that lead to beginnings, of shadow work that reveals light. And now that essence is being magnified on a global scale, preparing you not only to rise individually, but to rise as a tribe, a cosmic family bound by resilience and vision. And as this collective energy grows, you will sense that your miracle is not just for you. It is for all who share your sign, all who share your frequency, all who share this divine timing, and together your awakening becomes a force that bends the timeline of humanity itself, showing the world what it means to transmute pain into power, fear into faith, and endings into miracles of new beginnings. Scorpio, as this collective awakening unfolds, one of the most profound miracles you are being called into is your new relationship with fear. For unlike others who spend their lives running from it, burying it or pretending it does not exist, you are being invited to dance with it, to take fear by the hand and turn it into a partner rather than an enemy. Imagine standing in a dark cavern where shadows move across the walls, terrifying and distorted. Yet when you step closer with courage, you discover they are nothing more than flickers of light waiting to be understood. And this is how fear reveals itself to you now, not as a monster to be slain, but as a teacher to be studied. Every fear that rises is a doorway, every tremor in your chest an initiation, every moment of doubt a threshold leading you deeper into the truth of who you are. And because you are Scorpio, you do not crumble before the shadows. You merge with them. You explore their edges. You allow them to strip you down until only authenticity remains. This is your sacred initiation, a rite of passage that grants you strength others cannot imagine. For by embracing fear, you dissolve its power to control you. And in doing so, you gain mastery over the very energy that paralyzes most of the world. You will begin to notice how situations that once left you anxious or hesitant now feel like opportunities to step forward with clarity. How people who try to manipulate you with intimidation lose their grip. How old wounds that once triggered you now open pathways to wisdom. This is the miracle of fear transformed into faith, of shadows turned into allies, and it is happening now because you are ready to embody the courage that was always yours. Scorpio, the universe is not asking you to be fearless. It is asking you to be fearless in the face of fear. To turn the very energy meant to break you into the foundation that makes you unshakable. And in this alchemy, you step closer to the highest version of yourself. Scorpio, after learning to dance with fear and transform it into fuel, the miracle guiding you now demands that you step into the most radical and liberating act of all, living in authenticity, unmasked, unhidden, unapologetic. Imagine a stage where for years you have worn costumes, switching masks to match the expectations of others, bending your voice to fit their stories, dimming your light so it would not blind those who feared its brilliance. And then picture that moment when the mask slips from your face, shatters on the ground, and for the first time the audience sees you as you truly are, not a character, not a projection, but the raw, luminous truth of your soul. This is where you stand now, Scorpio, in the doorway between performance and presence, between survival and sovereignty, and the universe is urging you to cross that threshold with courage. Authenticity is not about pleasing everyone. It is about aligning with the vibration of your soul so fully that everything false falls away, leaving behind a life that resonates only with truth, love, and integrity. Yes, it may mean some people will leave, some will not understand. Some will resist the new version of you because they benefited from your silence. But that too is part of the miracle, for authenticity acts as a divine filter, clearing away what cannot travel with you into this next chapter and magnetizing those who are meant to rise alongside you. And as you walk in your truth, You will notice how doors open faster, how synchronicities align more perfectly, how peace flows more deeply, because the universe cannot resist a soul that is fully itself. This authenticity becomes your shield and your magnet, protecting you from deception while attracting opportunities, relationships, and blessings that are in harmony with your essence. Scorpio, the miracle is not only in the power you carry, it is in the freedom to finally live as you are, unchained by fear, uncloaked by doubt. A beacon of raw truth in a world drowning in illusions. And the truth will not only liberate you, it will liberate others who see your courage and remember their own. Scorpio, as this story comes full circle, remember that the miracle unfolding in your life is not distant. It is not waiting for tomorrow. It is already here, pulsing in your veins, whispering through your intuition, blazing in the choices you dare to make. You have walked through the volcano of unleashed power. You have seen through the veil of illusion. You have risen in rapid transformation. You have become a catalyst for change. You have mastered emotional alchemy. You have stepped into collective evolution. You have danced with fear, and you have stripped away the mask to live in authenticity. And all of it has led to this moment, a miracle so beautiful it cannot be measured by human words, only felt by the soul that knows it has been chosen. Scorpio, the universe has gifted you a sacred destiny, and with it comes both responsibility and reward. The call to live fully, love deeply, guide wisely, and trust that every shadow you endured was preparing you for the brilliance you now embody. So keep your heart open, keep your spirit grounded, and walk forward knowing you are not alone, for thousands of Scorpios across the world are rising with you, and together you are weaving a constellation of miracles that will outshine the darkness. Thank you for being part of the Mystic Astro Zen family, for listening, for sharing your journey, and for letting this message plant a seed of faith within you. If these words resonated, if you feel this miracle moving in your life, leave a comment and share your voice, because your story matters. And as always, do not forget to like this video, share it with another Scorpio who needs hope, and subscribe so we can continue walking this path together under the guidance of the stars. The miracle has already begun, Scorpio. Now it is yours to claim.